Stream. Okay, we've been streaming for a minute now. Let me get my monitor set up here. So I know what's going on in the screen. Okay. Make sure this thing is going. Oh, what? You guys are already streaming? Emmett's already streaming? Dang. Okay, maybe I'll put my earbud in just cause. Just cause. I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Ooh, no. Go. Alright guys, so what I was doing is starting to intertwine the two lines I have here. So, I was trying to... Okay, hold on. So I was intertwining these lines. And, yep, I'm just taking away paint. And I'll come back in. Just so I don't... There'll be some residual green coming through this. But it won't be a lot of it, so causing problems, hopefully. Let's see. So I'm just going around and finding areas that will work as far as overlap. Just kind of randomly. Let's see. That would be cool. Is to do this. Under quite a bit of this. Oops, jeez. So I will be on just under an hour and a half. Since I have to go to work today. So I'm using my little nubby brush here that has barely any bristles on it to erase this, and then I use a little bit of my paper towel to help lift that paint. Okay, got one more of these. Get it underneath here. I don't know if you guys can see this, what I'm doing. You can kind of see, like right up here. Where is it? This one? So I'm going to have this line overlapping the green line. So I'll come back with some paint. But kind of like getting taking away most of that green so it doesn't saturate the red when I add it on there. too much. But yeah, so there you go. That's that. That is that. That is that. Hey, goofballs. And just like that, he messed up. Oh yeah, I'm always messing up. I'm a huge mess. I mean, you should see my place. So, how are you doing today, goofballs? What brought you to my channel? You interested in painting or just being a goofball? Both are cool. Both are acceptable. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Yes to both, or yes to one of the two. The former, the latter, or all of the above. Oops. No, there's a real mess up. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Just gonna kind of bring this one in between these two lines. An Amazon truck exploded outside. I wonder. I wonder if that's common for Amazon trucks, or the delivery person just got fed up and decided to blow it up. Tired of delivering these whack-ass packages. Can't people just go to the stores like they used to? In America, yeah. Exploding trucks. It's like that Cybertruck. Exploding Cybertrucks. Dude, what in the world are you doing over here? I got my cat. She's messing up. Oh, she's playing with something. Here, what is this thing? This is probably something important, which I'll find out later on. Little wing nut dealy thing. I'm sure it's a little wing nut. My wing nut was playing with this wing nut. I have no idea what it's for, but I'll find out sometime and be like, where the hay is that thing? And be like, I know my cat was playing with it. Oh, don't tell me my dog wants to go outside now. Didn't we just take you outside? Yeah, we just took you outside. Yeah. We just took you outside. Get some water or something. Need some water. Okay. All right, guys. Sorry. All right, goofballs. Thanks for joining for the time you were here. Have a good day. Enjoy the spectacle, I guess. All right, guys. I'll be right back. Dog's got to go outside. we going outside? Are we going outside? Come on. What are you doing? Lily, come on. Is this what you need? Come on. Outside. You were asking. Obviously, you jumped off the bed or something. You don't jump off the bed. Hey, you. Alright, guys, I'm back. Hey, Michael, how's it going? Sirens are going off here in Monte Santo. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Move. I'm looking at the wrong screen. That's funny. That's funny. It's not somebody in my chat. That's somebody in somebody else's chat. That's the idiot moments. Famous idiot moments. It's alright, nobody's paying attention to my idiot moments. Nobody's paying attention to my idiot moments. Okay, guys. I'm making some progress. Making some progress. Boy Zato hanging out next to us, looking out the window, just checking out what's going on. What's going on out there, Zaza? What's going on? Do you see something? You're gonna cause some trouble? Did you just grab something? He's like, I gotta look out the front window. I need to see what's going on. What kind of stuff is going on outside? Okay. Dude, you guys better be careful. That thing's gonna come crashing down on you. Hey. That panel's gonna come crashing down on you. Oh, I gotta get my Lily her treat. Alright, you. Come on. Okay. Okay, just getting my old man cream, hand cream. My hands are dry as AF because she's constantly soaking them underwater from washing dishes. Okay, let's see. Okay, let us Dude, I swear to God, if you guys don't stop messing around, that's gonna come down on you. You're gonna get smashed. I mean, it's not that heavy, but jeez. I need to be trying to figure that out. Gosh dang it. Got a cat here now everywhere. Okay, okay. Got some people hanging out with me. If you have any questions, just go ahead and drop them in chat. I will try to answer them as best I can. As long as I have anything to do with the painting, I am not going to answer medical advice, religious advice, cooking advice. Alright. So yeah, if you're wondering, I am going back and now starting to intertwine the two line layers with one another. So I'm just kind of picking and choosing which ones I'm trying to do here. So I'm just kind of removing the paint with this nubby brush and a paper towel. So what I'm using here, oils, if anybody's interested, what I'm doing, what I'm using. So oils on canvas, trying to use as little solvent as possible. So far I haven't used any solvent for the painting, but I've used solvent for cleaning the brushes when I'm done with them. Okay. And I'm also listening to fellow content creator, painter, Emmett Ferguson, who is live streaming on his channel at this time. He is currently working on a portrait, I think it's a commission or somebody asked him to do it, of a cat, a neighborhood cat that's kind of famous in that area where he's at. So if you're interested in checking out his channel, he is at Huzzah Creative, HUZZACREATIVE on YouTube. On the tubes, right here, same platform I'm using that you're watching from. one here. This one's kind of a big one. My cats are going nuts for some reason. Probably because of the weather. But, okay, so we got that one going on there. Oh, hi Wild Wolf. How are you doing today? Yep, working on the painting. I'm slacking off on doing the illustrations, but I probably will be on for another 45 minutes. So I figured before I have to go to work, so I figured let me just work on this painting, and then I'll do, when I get to work, if I have any opening, like free time, I will work on the illustrations. It's pretty mindless. I don't have to do too much thinking, so it's just coloring stuff in. So I can do that while I'm sitting at the desk there, just waiting to answer any questions that anybody has. So yeah, if you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm just kind of removing paint to kind of intertwine these two lines together. I know the theme is interconnectedness, but I'm more of intertwining at this point. So just trying to not think about anything next as far as what to do, other than just trying to intertwine these lines and basically get the paint removed, and then I'll go back over and kind of fix the red over the greens. Intertwined, yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was watching your latest short this morning. It's pretty cool. Like the use of pencil. Well, it's been a while since I've really used colored pencils. But yeah, I think I was washing dishes, so I left it on because he had the cool beat going in their short, so it would just loop it over, and I was like, well, I'll just listen to this while I wash dishes. So yeah, we are just gonna keep going. So there's a possibility there might be a third line that I drop into this, but we'll see. I don't want to think too far ahead as far as adding stuff. I just kind of want to get this, Uh, makes you like the reds and the yellows, or the oranges, reds and yellows with the greens. Yeah, this hasn't given me like a specific place vibes as far as like color choice or what's going on. But that's pretty cool. I guess I don't know if like the desert or the heat with the minimal green. I don't know. I've never been to Egypt, so I can't say what Egypt is like. But that would be my guess. Let's see. So what else are you gonna be doing to? Oh wait, it's already like it's evening time for you. How do you call those encryptions? Um, Not petroglyphs. Um, uh, Something glyphs. Gosh, that's a good question. Um, I can't even think of it. Uh, I need Google to the rescue. Um, Not petroglyphs. What the hell did they call those? The things that they wrote on the wall. Yeah. Um, Jeez, I can't think right now. My mind is a blank. Probably because I'm just just trying to paint. my so my mind, the right side of my mind, or the was it the art side of my mind, which is my left brain, doesn't want to work with my right brain. Analytical side. I'm brain dead. I'm brain dead. Um, yeah, we're gonna drop this one out of here. Gosh, what do they call those? You think you got it? That's amazing. Oh, hey Kiki. How are you doing today? Yeah, I know what you mean, Wild Wolf. I just can't think of the name. I bet Kiki knows. Hey Kiki, do you know what old Egyptian writing is called? Like the stuff on the walls? I know I'm gonna feel really stupid when I hear the answer. Yeah, hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphics. Probably one of the best bands in hip hop too. I mean groups. Hiero. The hieroglyphics, yes. I knew it had glyphics in it, or glyph. I said petroglyph, but I knew that wasn't right because that is something completely different. Thank you, Kiki. You saved us from mental trauma. um, yeah. this. I think I'm gonna drop this one. So, how are you doing, Kiki? Doing some streaming today? I always had a hard time with that word. Yeah. Okay, okay. Making some progress on these. I hate having this countdown, like a timer for and placing on myself for how much time I get to do this, but yep. So when you have a day job, you get limited amount of time. Okay. Now I'm like, how far back do I push this green line behind the reddish line? Well, I can't do that. So, Wildwolf, are you saying that this image here reminds you of hieroglyphics? I love watching y'all because it motivates me. Thank you, Kiki. I'm glad somebody is getting something out of this. Oops, shoosh. Um, oh, and you, I don't know if I have already explained it. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm kind of pulling paint away from the canvas where these reddish lines are going to overlap the green. So I kind of want to remove as much of the oil paint there as I can, so when I go over it, it's not going to pick up a lot of that green, which would mean extra work. I mean, it's all the same amount of work. I would just be sitting there trying to fix it. Yeah, we're doing this side, I guess. You sketched the house. I'm gonna paint it soon. You mean the yellow house? You did more sketching on the yellow house? You suck at painting? Yeah, we all sucked at painting at some point. I mean, I still suck at painting, and I've been painting for over 30 years. It's all relative. It all depends on, what what your reason is for doing anything. I mean, I enjoy your painting. You just do it. Yeah, you just do it. I mean, to quantify or qualify what you're doing, especially with art, because art is so subjective. I mean, as long as you like it. If you don't like it, then yeah, it's you could say, "Oh, I wasn't painting very good that day." But I think the more you stick with it, the more you learn the ups and downs you have with the art or the craft, and then it's, I guess you kind of build the tools to be able to push through those times when you feel like it's not working. You want to just tear it off the easel and smash it up, put it in the fire. Especially with abstract kind of art. Yeah, if it gives you a good feeling, then it's good. Sometimes you end up in the weeds. It's like you end up in the weeds, you end up in the mud, but you can always get your way out. Maybe somebody will have to lend you a hand to pull you out, as long as they're there. Like this, I haven't really done anything like this before, and I could sit here and judge it and say, oh yeah, it sucks, um, but it's not finished. I know there's more to it. I may not know what that is, but as long as I keep moving forward with it, eventually I'll find I found my way home, if you will, with the piece. And if not, I'll I'll let it sit by the in a corner for a long time. Sometimes you got to give works time to just kind of be, and you spend a little bit of time with it, and then you kind of start to see where it needs to go again. But yeah, you don't want to let it go too long, because then you just lose the energy that you once had. But maybe that might be the thing that you needed. It's hard to say. Painting can be very capricious thing, and a very demanding thing. It will test your limits and show you that what you thought were your limits was not, and that there's more to see and experience. Just like this, people would be like, why are you pulling paint off the canvas? Like, why do you even bother doing that? Why don't you just use paint and paint over it? Because I'm creating a certain quality of underpainting, I guess you can say, that you don't get when you paint fast. And there's nothing wrong with painting slow or painting fast. It's just like, what does the painting call for in the moment? What does the piece call for in the moment? I'm gonna do what you do. Listen to my real estate study material. I'll go live here, multitasking. My big canvas was definitely an experience. It's finished, but also not finished. You know, sometimes you just gotta let it go, because you can always do more paintings. And maybe part of you was telling yourself, maybe your subconscious was telling you, okay, this is done. It doesn't need any more work. You can let it go, let me go, and then start something different. Because it is painting is exploration. That's why people do it. I mean, if you go into it knowing exactly what you want to do, like the finished product, that might not be as fun as trying to figure that out in the moment. So, do you feel like you need to work on it some more, Wild Wolf? Let's see here. This line needs to go. I think this needs to go under. This needs to go under. So we'll go under both of these lines. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with, putting something aside, give it some space and time, and then, especially if you feel like there's more work to be done on it. Sometimes you just need a break, a little step back. Because it's like you put so much of yourself into the work, plus that depletes you, so you need to recharge. Yeah. Yeah. We need to support one another. This is not no competition. This is not like, I guess if you're playing for money, then it is a competition, but I don't know. Man, there's going to be a lot of this overlapping. I hope I don't overdo it. I'm just trying to like gaze over the entire surface and just kind of like just let whatever it is kind of that grabs me and says, hey, you need to do this part. Let the, I guess the painting speak to you. You gotta listen to the painting. What does it need? If you listen, it will tell you. We do want this one right here. Yeah, and then sometimes just stepping back and taking a look at what you're doing every once in a while helps. This should be in a gallery, an Egyptian gallery. Yeah, you never know. Maybe some rich Egyptian will want to buy it. Actually, I can't sell it because it's going to Emmett. We're doing the art trade, so it's going to him. But he said, you know, if somebody offered you a bunch of money for it, I probably wouldn't feel bad if you sold it. And I'm like, dude, I made it not for them. I was making it specifically for you. But then I told him if you piss me off, I might. Just kidding. You'd have to do something pretty heinous to piss me off. Yeah, that would be a hard decision to make, though. Like, how much money would it take for you to compromise your values? How much money would it take somebody, how much money would they have to offer me for me to say, oh, sorry, Emmett, I'm going to take this money, but I'll do you something else. You know, if I go too far, this whole green line can get pushed back into the background behind the red line. Part of me is like, oh, I would like to see that. I'd like to see how magically you could push that green line back behind everything. Oh, you're gonna get some tea? That sounds good. I have my trusty coffee mug with, or thermos with me. Alright guys, so we got about 15 minutes before I have to end it and get ready for work. So, yeah, sad to say, I'm kind of bummed that I will have to call it. Because I could spend all day, literally all day, if I didn't have any interruptions, you know, having to eat, go to the bathroom, check on the animals, make sure they're okay, got food and all that. I could just sit and paint all day, and maybe all night. And I know I have before, so it's not really, I guess it's kind of boasting, but not really. I know my limits, I guess. You know, I could always not even, I don't even have to paint over these. I could just leave those as is and maybe just kind of blend in the paint next to it, just bring it in, and that could almost be okay. I kind of want to tie these together. Ooh, ginger turmeric. Green tea is good. Thanks, Wild Wolf. What's your favorite? What kind of tea? I'm going to go for cinnamon rooibos. Is it rooibos or rooibos? That one's kind of a hard one for me. Isn't it kind of like fruity but a little bitter? I know I've had it before. So when Wild Wolf, you mentioned hieroglyphics, or when we were trying to figure out the word, and Kiki helped us, I was kind of having the other day images of like kind of emoji like little graphics in here, which are, I guess, a kind of form of hieroglyphics. So I was thinking of adding those like little bits and bobs in here, which would give it something recognizable for people. Because sometimes some people have a hard time looking at something that just doesn't make sense. They need something concrete, something familiar to latch onto. But I don't know if that would ruin the piece. If I like intersperse, kind of pictograms or emojis, or definitely at least one or two emojis would be kind of neat. Keep feeling like the surface is bowed out, but it's not. But then again, I'm using kind of a cheaper canvas. It's lighter weight. Green tea is good for sure. Yeah, green tea. My wife had gotten some cinnamon something. That was nice, but I don't know about the rooibos. Rooibos. Chewy bus. Snoozy bus. Snazzy rust. Quit needing to be so tentative with this and just kind of do it. Tentative. What did I say? Tinnitus? Yeah, something not too complicated. Maybe pick out a collection of emojis. I certainly put emojis in some of my works before. So it's not something unfamiliar to me in what I do. Um, so basically, so there is kind of a technique of oil painting where it is subtractive, which is what I'm doing right here. I'm removing the paint. I'm kind of subtracting the paint from the surface. I've used it before when creating the composition. So I just laid down kind of, I guess you could say, a wash of paint. And then you just, like here, you just take a rag and you draw into that. So if it's dark enough and the canvas surface, if it's light enough, you know, it creates that contrast. Which is a cool way of kind of painting. And then you can go back in and add, oh man, you know, I just ruined this right here. All this green. All that green. Ended up. That's okay. I can always come in with that color. And add it in there again. It's because this big old line. This big fat line here. Like a big fat conduit. You wish you could paint right now, but you're at work. Yeah, I'm gonna be at work in a little bit more than an hour and a half, so I'll be saying the same thing. It's smooth. You like it? Thank you. Big fat line. Yeah, big fat line. I probably should have put more big fat lines for the red ones. I don't know what made me do that. But so, and then up here too. I don't know. But it is what it is, so, you know. You never know until later on. You're like, oh, that's why that had to be like that. That's why my mind, my subconscious went with that. Or my conscious mind decided to stick with it. But anyways, it is 20 after 1 p.m. here for me. I was going to call it in about 5 minutes. So I will try to do a few more of these. And then I will have to say goodbye to you all. There's a possibility maybe going on tonight. But it would most likely be working on the book illustrations and not this. But I'm just glad to have been able to get on today to kind of show you guys some more of this process. But yeah, once I finish this, we'll see if the emoji thing or pictograph thing is the way to go. Or if one more line and then just kind of intertwining everything is what just needs. It's hard to say. There's a few directions I've kind of already have thought about. They're just kind of there, in the back of my mind, waiting to be called forth if I need to use them. Let's do this one. Does the paint drag like acrylic does? It gets on my hands. No, oil paint's gonna have different properties than acrylics. It's gonna take a lot longer to dry, so it's workable. You're able to work with it longer. It's like, so the red here, I I added probably like 3 days ago. So as you can see, I can still kind of work it. It's gotten a little drier, or it's starting to dry a little bit more, but it's still somewhat workable. It's gonna feel a little more tacky than, say, the green line, which I did a day and a half ago, or 2 days ago maybe. Yeah, because I did the green line after I did the red line. So the green is a lot more workable right now, even though it's still, because it's been a day or more, a little bit more tacky, but you can work it more than acrylics are gonna dry so fast. That's why you have to work fast with acrylics. They do have, Golden makes a brand called, it's their open line of acrylic paints. Those take a lot longer to dry, but they'll definitely dry a lot. Well, it's hard to say. I haven't really used them that much, but yeah, they kind of act like oils because they take a little longer to dry. Yeah, oil painting is certainly something. If you're not used to like more chemically smells, like you can oil paint without having to use solvents, but most people that do get into oil paints use solvents to clean their brushes or thin their paint. In solvents, it actually will degrade the quality of your work more than if you didn't use solvents in your paints. So I'll have to save that for another session if you're interested in wanting to know more about oil painting. But I'm gonna have to call it right here. Thanks, Kiki and Wildwolf, for joining me. And then I think it was Goofballs that started off the stream saying hello. But I appreciate you guys coming through. That's what they said. That's what made Bob Ross sick. Probably all the solvents. I mean, you can't be beating that brush on the um, on your easel and not think all that you're basically um, you're turning those liquids into kind of a, a fine mist that you're going to be inhaling unless you have really good ventilation. And even then, you probably want to wear something to protect your lungs and stuff like that. But yeah, I keep my jars closed. This painting, I'm trying not to use the solvents other than to clean the brushes. because you can always put the brushes in oil, like a jar of type of oil, linseed or walnut, or pretty much, you know, a variety of oils, and just keep the brushes in there, and they'll stay good for however long. Then you might need to change out the oil eventually, but yeah, it's probably better for you that way than using solvents. But yeah, thanks guys for joining. Sorry, I gotta say bye. I gotta get ready to go to work. So uh, I hope you all have a good day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at in the world. And until next time, bye for now. Bye, Kiki. Bye, Wild Wolf. Take care. Have a good one.